YouTube for live. I wait for a couple. Well, I actually just fed. So let's go back and look at the. Sorry, gotta wear. It's so hot in here. My ice. Well, this was not with ice. It's already more than half met. I just turned the on to 82. It was 84, 86 degrees in here. Holy jeez. What was I gonna do? Oh, back. Hello? Anybody home? Hurry up. Time's a ticking. Oh, it's so hot. Hello? Good morning, Christina. Right back. Still just 2. Someone's not talking. Alright. Guess it'll be us then. Oh. Holy hot. Alright, what's new? Alright, what's new? What's new? Got to trade in an Oscar, which is a really nice Oscar. Red Tiger. I wish they'd stay that size. We were just talking about that on the last show. If someone would stay 6 inches. Good question. It depends. There's no set system here. There's no automatic water changing system, which would have been nice sometimes. But those are not 100% perfect because they remove water. They just drain the intake through a valve or some kind of a sprinkler type system, whatever. But they don't vacuum the crap out of substrate or bare bottom or dead spots. So you still physically have to go in, stir up, back. So that's one thing about them. I mean, if it's you can't get to water changes, you can let things go. At least it's fresh water coming in, and goes through used carbon units, treated and stuff like that. So it all depends. Some tanks are almost like daily. Here at the store, maybe some once a week. 450, I don't know when that's been done. 375 is done like once every 3-4 weeks, maybe. It needs we just did one, but I need to rescape it. That's why I need to drain it and have it down so it's easier to get in there because it's a challenge to get in a tall, big tank like that. Tanks at the shop, the wall tanks maybe once a month. Most of the time, the big display tanks, I can go longer because they got big filters, FX filters or whatever. The bio-load, depending on what it is. Some every other day. So at the other building, I usually try to do H1, which has most of the tanks, especially smaller tanks. And then the big tanks are outside. And there's a 240 with the Arowana, one Arowana now, and the Cat. Once a week, and then H2 and what I have left in S2 is once a week. But I sometimes space it out since I'm doing it all by myself right now. Like S2 is not finished. I started it Thursday, Friday. When did we go to Columbus? Take Dylan home. Oh, that was just Saturday. I don't know. I can't get my day straight. So much going on. So I have a bunch of tanks, about 20-30% down the Fertosas. H2 is mostly the Fertosa tanks. And I just brought over a absolutely phenomenal F1 Zaire Compampa from the breeders, and he's kind of hate to get rid of him. He's kind of a dick. He gets along with other fish, but co-species aggressive. And then I brought over that F1 trio of Autoceps, Malawi, and Gar. So I just freed up a 75 gallon. So I got some female Greberai, Helamanje, Pseudotropheus, I call it, whatever. They have a different name, Greberai, which are not very common. I have a lot of males in like 3 different tanks, a couple females. So I just bought from this farm, actually had some, charged me what the males cost. So, but it's what it is. So I'm going to put this in this empty 75 gallon, rescape it, puts a lot of decoy because the males can be co-species aggressive. And then I'm going to knit, cherry pick one of the nicer males and put it in that tank. And then I'm going to put something else in there, a hap type or something in there just to get in the way of aggression, cause some, breakup of any kind of co-species aggression or something like that. So I'm gonna put the female so they get first hand for like this week, maybe next week, move the male over. They're situated, they get the tank first, it's decorated, it's set, and then move the guy in there, the male fish, going into their tank. So they have the upper hand and established. And then I'm going to redo the tank that the 75 tank down. I'll probably sell 1 or 2 males in here. Actually, there's one in the. Is there still one in the wall? Oh, it's 375. I think we had a male in here early on, at least. Gosh, we've lost some fish over time. They got killed, eaten. Not necessarily old age, but some. Yeah, I don't see the grub right here. I should have swore. They can be on the aggressive side. I'll maybe throw another male in there then. So, yeah, and then that 75 I'll redo and use that for something else breeding. I'm not sure. The geared side, I'll probably move. It was thought was 2 females and a male. Ended up being 2 males and a female. They bred. I only got 2 babies though. That is a phenomenal fish. Love that fish. But it doesn't hardly breed. You can't find it anywhere. Then I have intermediates that are growing up. Males are already starting to color and grow out 60-gallon. I have a phenomenal male in a 10-gallon. I have a phenomenal male at my house. So I want to breed those again. I bred them years before, and I had some of the nicest strains. It was like blood red in them, super red. Like in this, usually a lot of times it's orangish red. Mine were, and I had a guy, I refused to sell it to him. Offered me $250. One of my old well-off customers with the Ferrari offered me $250 for the male. That's one I refused because I sell that. All I got is a bunch of silver females and no more babies. And I sold every time someone would see that, the dad down in the basement, the hatchery, and the stores over there. I remember a guy came from Canada. He bought. I had like 33 fry. I think it was 2 different tanks, and they were like ½ inch. At that time, paid me $5 a piece and bought every single one of them. So, yeah, when I breed, most of the time, I say 99% of the time, what I breed and produce is by far some of the best fish. Because I won't breed it if it's junk, you know. I don't want crappy fish. So I pick stuff like people are buying a purebred dog, whatever. You want something with the perfect muzzle, the perfect color, ears, the dock, the tail, the gait, whatever. So I look at my fish the same way as I'm looking for the best fins, best color, shape, etc. So you're selectively breeding the qualities of that particular fish. So anyway, yeah, water changes are, it depends. At home, the 350-ish, which is kind of like this at home, that one needs done once a week. I have a box filter, big sponge filter, and a FX on there. The wet dry that was on there is on here. That tank needs totally redone. It hasn't been good. I do like 30% plus water changes, roughly once a week, every other week. Clean the sponge filter, the box filter once a month. The FX, maybe 4 months on that one, 5 months, because the fish are huge. So big fish, big poop. That's why I want to redo it. I want to take like 75% of the water out, major cleaning, kind of starting from scratch. But I'm going to leave my catfish in there. Unless I bring them in here and put them in this tank. Some are old. So, yeah. So my headboard tank once a month, if that. That one's pretty easy. All right. This is a trade in an Oscar. Now, if an Oscar would stay that size, that'd be perfect. Instead of 12, 16 inches. What is that, about 8 inches maybe? So having a mini monster South American tank would be awesome. So, Yarrows, those get big. Plants, got plants. We put the male phenolkylas that's been in a 10-gallon over there. He needed room. They're non-aggressive, so he's getting more. Look at him, he's playing my finger. Coloring more and more. He'll get twice that size. So we got about 100 babies of them. So you know what the dads look like. Puffers, A couple of them are still thin. I gotta feed them more worm. But these Congo puffers, they're little babies. Got that big fire eel. That smaller fire eel is supposed to be going to a customer, but I'm about giving up on him. He's so sporadically inconsistent. He wants something, then you don't see him. He needs something, then you don't see him. So peacocks, still some big haps. The Trimax, 2 to 3 inches on some of these. That one's going to be a beautiful guy right there. You want one fish as a pet, like a 30, 40 gallon tank, a 55, whatever, 75 adult. It's like having a pet dog. They get green. That one's going to be a male. It looks like it's a blood red eye, black patches, green and red. Oh man, it's a good fish. Mean fish, very mean. Those and those and those and those and those and those. There's nothing there. These guys are breeding rabbits. Oh, I didn't turn on the lights. Look at the color even without the lights. Deepwater Electric. See, I might breed those again because people don't take the females. I don't know. That I'm stuck with females of all kinds of stuff. Quick look in here. Tank, pretty good. I don't see too many new baby multi-pies here. They're getting eaten. These trophies are getting aggressive. They're nipping the fins off the Congo tetras. I can't believe it. We're going to have to pull them out. Of course, not the females. They don't hardly have fins. The males get the big, long fins. We're going to have to change this up. Waiting for those to produce. They could be a challenge. There's only a handful of discus left. I want all those gone. Might sweeten a little bit better of a deal. I don't know what specials are going on. Some things will still continue. Some things will not continue. Puff Mama, not Puff Daddy, since it's a female now. As usual, hard skate. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff. I like that. That's cool. Sorry I don't have all the lights on. I don't think here. Rocks, gravel. Filter media. Oh, Fluval Hagen will be probably coming this week. 1 pallet, maybe 2. I don't know. I told them I want it all at once. They keep charge. They've done this now. For the last couple of years, they'll try to charge me for fuel and fuel surcharge and packing or whatever, some kind of more fees. And I'm like, no. I send it all at once. So I only pay it one time. You know, you only send me a quarter of my order or even less. It's costing me more money. It's going to end up to hundreds of dollars. It's like ridiculous. So, that kit. Lots of stuff. Lots of small haps. There's little phenos. Tanks are a little maybe cloudy. I just fed. Threw a bunch of food in the tanks. Absolutely gorgeous peacocks. I need the bicolor females. My group's kind of old, and I got a young male in there. Like, I like to take these. Maybe I'll mix these in with the little, what is it? Intermedius, Trimetachromis. I like to mix, like, if it's a 75 gallon or so, I'll put like a group of Mabuna and a group, a hap, or a peacock and a Mabuna. Something that's definitely not going to cross breed, you know. You put 2 groups in a decent sized tank, and they usually are pretty well. Awesome. Plants. There's those Fenestratas, Viagas, Platinums. That guy's marked down. Free up some more tanks would be nice. So, yo-yos. There's a Philippine Blue Angels. Cubans look like they're getting a little aggressive. Let's see, who's that? Saint's Dust Burns. Do you shop fish? Are you trying to say ship fish? Rarely. I think I've only shipped maybe 1 or 2 orders this year. I haven't hardly shipped any. Got 2 of those guys down. A little cloudy, a little bit of food. Certain stuff I might ship. I prefer air cargo, Southwest, so you need that available. Unless it was USPS Express only. So next flight guarantee, you're gonna pay the money. Here, look at that thing. He is absolutely gorgeous. I almost want to keep him just to have one fish as a pet. God, he is so nice. He's on the mean side. He's been with these guys. I moved him to a 75-gallon tank that I just opened up. The Autoceps. Look how big those females are. That male's gorgeous. They need at least a 125, those guys. I moved them because I'm rearranging. I put the Nangu F1s in their tank and moved those to a 75 with the Kapampa. He don't like other Furtoses though. Put him in a display tank with other fish. It seems all right. I guess as long as they're not bite size. Where are you out of, Saint's Dust? Daffodils. Capilli regani, or not Capilli. I have Capilli regani, Capilli burchardi, Severums, lots of F1 Severums, tons of Tanganyikans. Someone was email a dealer or whatever, like if you don't have a Tanganyikan selection, you're not whatever. How about Tanganyikan everybody around Ohio, probably tri-states. Granted, I breed stuff, so, but yeah, no one. Look at the Nagaras looking hot. Same with the Reds. Those Nagaras, man. Oh, we got some Red Empress, which I'm probably gonna take those females. I got a male in one tank, and I think another male somewhere else. More eyes. Small peacocks, lots of young peacocks. Those baby cobalts are getting big. She got lightheaded. It's stinking hot. Sunshine on fire. See, I have some females in a tank and a male in another tank and some females. I need to move up. I try to use my bottom row tanks at the hatcheries for like the babies growing out stuff. Eye level on a lot of tanks so I could see them holding or have babies, whatever. It's easier to monitor the fish. I like these. I mean, they're not colorful, but the Pineco Pleco is pretty cool. I might keep one. I don't think I've ever had those. Neons, snails. We got so much stuff. Angels, a little dirty. Look at those. Absolutely phenomenal cardinal tetras. Finally, a good batch of cardinals. One supplier, it is perfect. I pay more, a little bit more maybe, but worth it. Worth every penny. So, and the display tape. Let's see what else. I think that's it. Oh. The Madagascan Paratilipia green spot. Pulling eye or look at. I just put the pipe in there because they're starting to get, they're co-species aggressive. Like a lot of cichlids. But I had one in my 350 for a long time. Look at the young ones. These guys are doing good together. Mr. Turtle needs a home. I have one in here. He's fine with everything else. Same with mine was at home. Was not a problem. Well, as he just take his nip at the big giant old regani. He just made me a liar almost. But co-species aggressive fish. So I'm gonna work on another. Got babies of these, I think, still left. They are always breeding. There's babies swimming around in there somewhere. I'm gonna work on another fish shipment. We don't really need a whole lot. We don't have a whole lot of tank space, but we'll have to shuffle some things around. Probably, like we only got 2 green tears left. Those need to go. We could use that tank. Centarchus. Like we'll have to if we get rid of some stuff, as I've said many times, people keep asking for certain stuff, wanting different stuff, whatever. I gotta get rid of existing sell fish so I can buy more fish. But I need the tank space to get them. Like, there's not many rams left of these guys are really nice. Hey, y'all. Good morning. So, yeah. That's a Valentine, which I think is actually a cross of a Decorus or something. There's a big fire, y'all. Yeah, these guys are so, I don't know how some things, turtles, fish, certain things survive in the wild. They're just butt stupid. Got a worm from the freaking, that AC, I took off the worm yesterday. Usually Adam takes care of the feeding. On Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, we feed the live night crawlers and stuff. Frozen food probably every day. I try to avoid frozen food because I'm allergic to it. But yeah, and they take off that worm. And I threw a bunch of food in there. Freaking peckers. Made me so mad. So, oh, my bucket. That's my, I was just talking about grabber eyes. So, can't forget that. I'm trying to, water's heavy. That was heavy bringing those guys in. That phenomenal fish. He's a stud, like me. Just kidding. So, gets hard on the back, carrying 10 gallons of water, 90 pounds. So, what's else? Let's see. Oh, I know. Fish like that. Oh, I got mail. This tight little mailbox. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's just a... Oh, good old utility bills. They never stop. Yeah, what I tell you to do is take a net, a coarse aquarium net, and rubber band it. Just take a rubber band. I don't have the two. Just take a fish net or net or whatever. Rubber band that net over the intake of the gravel tube, whatever. Then to keep them from going down the drain or getting caught in the thing. It's, you know, you try to get ahead. Everything keeps going up. I was at Sam's this morning and new lower prices, which is great. Some things have went down. Some things are actually cheap. Yeah, all the substrate. Yeah. Water and sewer. No joke, and electric and heat. Can't get out of it. Yeah, I don't know. Either you just throw some floating, like, little pinch of flake food at the top, draws them away from the tube and get in there and gravel back. And that's where you can't just walk away from it just sitting in the tank if you want to just drain some water out, because they'll end up done for. Whoa! Hello! This is the stupid cheap thing from Five Below. It just, I know I need to get a better one. But it's, you know, stay. Alright. So, sorry. Little ride. Where are you from, Saints? Did I get that? Saints, Yo, Naftali. Where are you from, Yo? Where you? Well, I know Christina is local. Where are the other two fish geeks from? It's hot. Whoa. It's still 84 degrees in here. I got the air on. South Dakota. All right. It was hot here yesterday in the 90s, and I came here in the morning, over there in the morning. Then it was all day New York State. I don't want to say New York City. It's interesting. A different animal there. Working our yard, my aunt and I, oh my gosh, we got a lot done. I got out on the roof, cleaned out the gutters. Leaves are already changing. What the heck? I'm not ready for fall. I'm getting ready for winter. But jeez, oh man. But man, it's humid. But we're dropping down in the 70s the next few days. A little bit of rain the next 2 days, I think. I hope it's not. We need a little rain, but not a lot. I can clean out my van. We got to go to family weekend at OU, Ohio University, for Dylan. So that should be fun, I guess. Long Island, New York. All right. Whole dealer messaging me. Yeah, dealing with a lot of these vendors is a pain in the ass. You have no choice, though. No choice. I have to like, sorry, let me pull it up. My Chan has been at a standstill for the last 6 months. Hope to bring content back in a month. Oh, your channel. Abbreviated it. Okay. I'm old. Give me a break. I keep this one going doing the live shows. Usually I'm pretty good every Tuesday, every Saturday. This Saturday, obviously, I won't be here. Friday morning, I'm thinking about doing a show at the hatcheries. I haven't did one there for a while. Been working on that. So maybe the next show will be Friday before I head out. We got to go load up. Howie's going with us. He's going to stay at my stepson's house, spend the night, and then just Saturday all day at OU, and then come back and stay at his in Columbus. It's an hour and a half drive from there. It's at 3.5 from here. So, yeah, a lot to prep for before going away. Just going away for 2 days or 2 nights is still a lot of work. And definitely got to take the van. Do I watch June or Craig? I don't know what those are. Apparently I don't. I don't watch, to be honest, I don't watch hardly any fish related anything anymore. I don't pay attention to anything unless it's something to do with the business, indirectly or directly, with laws or something, or if it's something new. I've been doing this. I've been in the hobby, holy crap, 46 plus years. Been in industry for over 39, and June was 32 years in business. And I've been around the world, Africa twice, Tanganyika, Malawi, South America, Australia. I just collect saltwater in the Keys. I've about done everything. Yeah, that's what I do. Is I'm a 2A kind of. Anybody that knows me, you guys may be new to me. I don't know. I like YouTube gun channels, T-Rex Arms. They have educational stuff, and Hickok 44. Oh crap! You've been in it a long time. Not quite as long as me. So you're kind of old, maybe. I'm 54. He's got like 6 million, 11 million subscribers or something. The gun guys, some of those guys have, holy crap. The fish stuff don't compare to some other channels. The Beast, whatever his name is. He's the biggest. I don't see much of his stuff. I guess if you don't follow stuff on an ongoing basis, you don't see it. I win. I don't want to win this one, though. I don't want to be any older. My body's not taking it too well. Actually, I feel pretty good. I took Excedrin in the afternoon, then I took a leave last night. Yes, Hickok 45. Did I say 44 or 45? He's a retired school teacher at Tennessee. He's like Sunday morning, you turn him on, whatever. So I like him, and I follow Joe Rogan. I like his interviews. I listen to that stuff. Unfortunately, I listen to politics more than I ever have. I hated politics for years. I didn't even vote many times years, or I skipped years. I didn't like anybody, but I won't get into it here because some people get mad. But stick with the fish stuff, which is fair. How could I forget? Actually, mostly what I watch, if I put time on it, is martial arts. I like Icy Mike, Sensei Seth, Jeff Chan, which is out of New York, was from Canada. I gotta look him up. He needs to do a better communicate on his seminars. He's all over. He's in Egypt now, I think. But I think he's in Indiana this month or next month. I want to go. I really want to go. I don't know if I can. I mean, I'd probably do his seminar. I don't know if I could spar. I like to spar him. But, I can't afford to get hurt. That's the only problem. Bingo. Thanks, Saints. So, I come from old school, and it came back to life over the years because of the way everything's gone crazy. So, being a business owner, family owner, owning my building business and a home and raising kids, whatever, you kind of should, when you're younger, like Dylan said, he didn't care if they changed the age. They were talking about changing the voting age or something from 18 to 21 or some kind of crap. He says, Dad, I don't think any of my friends, and he's probably right because I was probably the same way. I want to go party, ride my crotch rocket, work the fish store, work landscaping in the summer, travel, ride my Camaro RS, girls. When I was younger, I didn't pay attention to stuff hardly, so it wasn't in my vocabulary then. It wasn't on my radar. So as you get older, mature, and you own things, you start paying taxes and levies and everything else. You start thinking, oh shit, that hurts. That's all right. I have, my brother was a military, Navy, ship, Seabees, my uncles, a lot of relatives, a lot of friends. I almost went in the Navy. I went for my second visit and ready to sign at Berea Commons. I'll never forget. I've told this story a couple times. But, of course, being in the aquatics, fish and animals and reptiles and whatever, I did Taekwondo in my teens. I wrestled in 9th, part of 10th. So, and I partied. So, but I was in pretty good shape. I won a weightlifting contest in 10th grade. I weighed 125 as a fetching 225. And, but I wanted to get in. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Never thought really at the time owning a business. Working in a pet land when I was 15 till I was almost 18, I think. So I was there 2 or 3 years. 1984, 85, I think. Before I turned 16, I worked there. And after seeing all the crap the owners went through and whatever, I was like, I never want to own a business. The money and the drawer was short, and they'd have a fit, and they're stressed out. And I'm like, I don't want part of that. There's a frogger. Holy crap, that SEAL program. Wow. Yeah, I bet he did. So that was my intentions. Was the scuba dive. My brother talked about going to Greece and Jerusalem and Israel and all these countries and on the ship, and he wasn't the fish like me, but would go snorkeling and see sharks, and the sharks and whales would follow the ships, and manta rays coming out of the water, all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, I want to go see the world, and I want to scuba dive everywhere around the world. I want to swim with sharks and whales and stingrays and do all that stuff. I want to be like aquatics Steve Irwin, basically, which ended up getting taken out by a stingray, of all things. And I was there before that happened, 2 months before that happened. That's when I was in Australia, and I was going to I was in that area, or whatever, going to the Great Barrier Reef. That was a freak of nature thing. But yeah, to be a scuba diver, because they don't have marine biology. Crikey. He made Animal Planet. That and River Monsters guy, those were the two best things that Animal Planet had. So, yeah, there was no marine biology, ecology, and all that stuff in the Navy, oceanography or something, but there was scuba diving, and you had to be in the SEAL program to get into it. And we talked about, he's angry. So I never, SEALs was not recognized like it is in the last 15, 20 years maybe. I don't know, since everything with social media and everything comes out in movies, whatever. But so I actually went with the kids' school that actually made the program, Patawara, if I remember. And he was in good shape, little guy though. And I remember I got my Bruce Lee video games from my Commodore 64 from him. He freaking copied them or something. He was a smart kid. Another one, Michael Lieberman, ended up in the Coast Guard. So yeah, and I was about to say, all right, I'm up, whatever. And you could get in underwater welding and all this stuff. So as a career move afterwards. So I go in, my second visit to the recruiting office in an old timer. Not a fan of the Meg movies. Yeah, I've had some scares in my day, especially freaking like jellyfish, Portuguese man of wars, and the Keys. And one girl we were with got stung. Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff, especially saltwater. So it's funny now because that old timer is probably my age, or even his 40s at the time. So I was 18, 19 or whatever. And what do you want in, go in for? We're just chatting. I don't know what he was there for. Maybe checking on things, whatever. And I said, well, I want to go scuba diving and like blah, blah, blah. Well, he was a 15-year master diver, frogger, whatever, from the SEAL program. So he starts telling me about stories. I've said this before, so if anybody's heard it before, sorry. And yeah, he changed my mind, just to put it bluntly. So he's talking about stuff, and then you have to check ships, for mines and whatever in the dark. You can't see nothing. In the shipyards or out at night, whatever. You have to go inspect things, do all kinds of crazy, dangerous work. And then what turned me off? Yep, you used to get those even in the hobby. He told me about a story. A plane went down, so it was a search and rescue mission, whatever you call it. And I'll never forget because he says, "Oh, he's down." They're all like looking because it's obviously broke up, whatever, finding the pilots, whatever it was. But he sees a helmet. And he goes down, gets the helmet, and the head was in it. The pilot, whoever, head was in the helmet. I was like, ooh. 18, 19 years old. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. That's not what I'm signing up for, is finding body parts and heads. Be right back. Yeah, I got to close up here shortly. But, yeah, a lot water changes at the hatcheries. So, yeah, that put me off a bit. And I'm like, you know what? Let me think about this. And I never went back. That changed my mind. So that was a little story. Now, sometimes I wish I would in the Marines or something. I think I could have been a drill instructor. A lot of people think I'm a drill instructor. How I teach kids class, I'm loud and assertive, I guess. So, anyway. But I can't, my life has not been bad. I've done stupid things, done my share of stupid things. If I started my business when I was 22, that probably saved my life. That was a lot of learning lessons, lost a bunch of money, had to pay a loan for a long time. And built it up, paid my dues and bills and my parents and whatever, sacrificed, got rid of my crotch rocket, my Camaro, bought a used stupid Aerostar van, it was junk. But here I am today, I own a couple buildings, don't have a degree, went to some college for certain things, real estate, and then tax IRS class, a business class, just trying to get knowledge, just what I'm getting into. I'm not a book smart person, never claimed to be. So, anyway, but I'm at the shut it down. I got a lot of work to do over there. I got to teach this evening. A couple of newbies here, maybe. I have a karate school also, dojo, Brad. So I got that, ties me up in the evenings. But yeah, we're heavy stocked. Usually are pretty stocked. Some trade-ins. I brought in fish today. I had some Furtosas to bring over, Kagomas, or some Mazis. I did bring over some Zyarkopapas, like that stunning male I brought in, the big guy. Sold the fry. I brought in a handful more that were in a tank. I still have a couple more that are bigger. And then there's more babies coming up. I got Shuffle, the assembly line. So they're in 5 gallons to 10 gallons. Then I need to, and I have 33 longs, 60 gallon, 45 frags, some bigger tanks. I move fry in, and they're like the last ones. They get certain size, sellable size, then move them to here, pre-sell, whatever. And then the ones from the 10 gallons go in there, the ones from the 5s go in the 10s. Or if there's a bunch of 5s of the same species from a couple different females, I'll combine them into one bigger grow-out tank. So it's a constant roll, and that's just for Tosas. I haven't pulled peacocks, been breeding Nagaras, Lawandas, and I've been kind of letting spawns go. Once in a while I'll see babies in the tank or something, but I got enough fry. I got plenty here, so not really worth breeding. The Furtosas I don't let get by. Now I have a female Nangu that was holding, and I can't find her. So this again one slipped by, or they ate them. Same with the Mazwa. Hey, Poco, get back on your perch. So, yeah, sometimes I miss fronts. I'm hoping they hide. The females don't come out. They hide in the pipes, the pots, or in the corner, and I miss them, whatever. So, only if they come up like they want to eat and they don't really eat, and they're hesitant and they're holding back, then I'm like, oh crap, and then I'll mark the tank. But I'll wait usually 14 days, roundabout 12, 14 days, and strip them, you know. But then I go back and I'm looking for them and I can't find them. So, but I got a lot of tanks down 4, 5, 6 inches over there, 120s that I gotta refill and do water changes in some other tanks and the top tanks. The Prana tanks, if I feed them heavy, which I did the other day because they're not gonna eat for a couple of days, they do eat wafers. I feed them extreme wafers in between here and there. So then there's a lot of poop. The Gulper cat has big poop. So, all right. Y'all, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Subscribe, like, share, whatever. I know I'm no fancy show or anything with music or all that. It's just raw. I did see something interesting. I'm probably gonna have to get back on because I've been on it. There's complaints about the cost of shipping fish, buying online and all that stuff, like doubled or whatever. Hello? I said it early on when that UPS contract was whatever made, and their pages, you know, part-time went from 14 to 21 or whatever, and then the ones, all their, their cost of doing business just went up millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars a year. Guess what? Trickle down effect. You got to pay more for shipping. So that's, you know, people want to double minimum wage. That's what you get. So the cost of everything keeps going up. So will everything else. You're not getting ahead 99% of the time. So, yep, and it's starting. I knew it was going to happen. And usually the other companies, FedEx, as far as I've been, that's why I like to pay attention to business, climate, and even if it's not my business, I like to pay attention to other businesses in the business world. I'm not really in the stock market, but I pay attention to that stuff because it falls back on me either personally and my business, or and so FedEx usually will start raising the rates too. So they might come out ahead more because if the contracts are not for another year, I don't know exactly, and they raise the rates to match UPS, then they're making more money. So the next contract, whatever they have with their employees, and they have to match their wages, it's a chess game, I guess. I'm not a chess player, but that's the term used often, whatever. So, yeah, so it's going to get more expensive. If you have a good local fish store, mom and pop shop, you can travel to within an hour, maybe more. I get people drive 3 hours here often. I had a guy drive 24 hours to buy 3 fish before. So, gas is still on the high side, but not horrible. It might be cheaper to drive an hour or two and go pick out your fish in person and support that mom and pop shop local business. Better than shipping online and the risk involved with shipping online. Don't always know what you get. And a lot of these places, the bigger they get, a lot more problems they end up having. It's nature of the beast. Bigger you are, bigger the headaches. More help, more headaches. More things apt to go wrong than it is something more controlled like me, kind of. So that's why I could have been bigger. I probably could have been a millionaire. I've been offered up to $1 million in the past, wanting to take my business, the name, the service business, bigger and all that stuff. Sometimes I wish I would have took it, to know I was going to have a big chunk of money and retirement and all that. I know, life's a gamble, business is a gamble. So, yeah, so that's what it is. So shipping, I think even Amazon's going to be raising their Prime membership more. So it's no more, it's not really free. Free is not free. There's hardly anything free but a handshake and a hug and, a good talk. That might be free, but maybe somebody buys a cup of coffee in the drive-thru. I don't know. I do that once in a while. But majority of things are not free. If it says it's free from a big, giant company, it's not really free. It's going to be, the cost is going to be incurred into the product, whatever they're selling, the service, or the membership is going to go higher. The minimum is going to go higher. I've been seeing the trend. That's it. So, my little 2 cents in the business world. I lost. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Just got a handful of you guys. Take care. Stay cool. If you're hot, it's hot. Up here in Ohio, northern Ohio, whatever, it's 90s. It's going to be like 100 index. My electric bill is going to go. Utility companies like me, they're making a lot of money. Bastards. All right. Y'all take care. I'm out. Bye-bye.